Welcome to another session of Endless Space 2. I'm Matt, and I'm playing the Lumeris on Endless difficulty. So, last we left off, we had to sort of dodgily avoid a bunch of conflicts. We're currently producing the most dust in the galaxy, although, unfortunately, we have to build up like some military presence. Although, no, losing 600 dust a turn is no big deal, I don't think. Now, most of our gains are being made by our trade companies, so that's very nice. I made sure to get the trade company upgrade here in let me find it in mineral manipulation, which lets us improve our trade companies by 50% on total, which is pretty nice. Now, generating more manpower is maybe what we have to go for. Eventually, I guess. Might as well get more food before I get that. Also, currently I'm researching these petrochemicals. Seagrass petrochemicals. Normally it would be a super biofuel factory, but the Lumeris get a bonus of dust per 5 food converted as well. So what this does is it normally converts all of your food into extra industry when your population is at max. So when your food is useless, it turns into a more useful resource in industry. And then, but the Lumeris get a nice little bonus. We get a little bit of extra dust as well. Normally, this is an upgrade I get anyways, but like the nice little bonus is a nice little extra for the Lumeris. I just said nice a lot there. Well, we can... I almost want to get an obelisk war space in time for the bonus fins on the planet per population. And it lets us win in a different way, which is valuable, although it's going to cost us a lot of dust to generate all of these resources. Although these generate naturally over time. Picking up enough antimatter and adamantium is going to be tough. And also picking up enough green stuff. The green stuff being the quadronics. Green stuff is really hard to come by. Should probably stop calling it that. That's like hard enough. It's just hard enough to remember that name, quadronics. And I'm fine calling it green stuff for now. Might as well snag 40. See, it's actually quite expensive. We'll snag more of it later. We can actually sell a lot of our purple stuff because that's coming in quite quickly. Maybe that'll help us. That's actually quite a lot. That's like 4 turns worth of production. So we could think about trying to build towards the obelisk war space in time. Let me just see how much industry we have. So let's say we want to build on a Fatia. I think our planet with the most industry. It would take us about how many turns would it take us? Doesn't actually say. 12 turns. No, that's actually worth it, I think. Yeah, we should probably think about getting that then. Should also get the autonomous administration. This thing is solid. Not amazing, but it's quite solid. Yeah, I've convinced myself. I want to get it. Now it's going to take us an additional 3 turns to get the resources, so there's no rush, but she gets 65. Damn it! Curse you. Yeah, we'll get the adamantium next turn, or the turn after that. It actually improves our trade value, so it's going to help us win the dust victory. By dust, I mean economic victory. Come on, it's called dust. Like, everything else is economy. Come on. It's extra. And it's also potentially going to give us the option of getting a quick wonder victory. Lapsed into German there. Wonder victory. Alright. That's not how German people speak. Wait. That's something, I guess. The caricature is always funny. Even if it applies to you. which in this case it kind of does. Alright. This is neat. Why not? Let's go.
Your actions and words.
Alright. Let's try and get peace the legitimate way of them this time.
What do you sound like when you scream?
Oof. That's very flirty.
The Empire welcomes those who share its ideals. Do you?
I guess forcing peace is not going to work out there. So forward of the curve is somehow. Like we barely met.
Smart move. Now don't undo the good work with any more aggressive acts.
Cool. So we're at peace with most of the galaxy and in alliance with a portion of it. Hopefully our allies will stop declaring war on everyone. Each faction we're at peace with will improve our FIDs from their fair trade bill. It's a pretty strong effect, especially on Republic. Nice thing about Republic is that we get to maximize our good laws. Like fair trade bill is even better on Republic. Precious precept better on Republic. Right thing rule gives us extra dust in Republic, you know. But Glove Not War even stronger on Republic. So Republic does sort of benefit from having those power laws. We can make diplomatic demands of the Cravers pretty soon. And we can even think about capturing their systems, I think. I think it should be able to capture the systems now. Oh no, we're still at truce with them. So once that truce expires, we'll be able to start putting pressure on their systems. I have to buy some adamantium now. I do want to get that obelisk, because if we can win with a wonder victory, you know, that's great. But otherwise, it will help us generate just more dust, basically. I don't have anything better to do than do dust reduction cost for a hero. Heroes do cost a lot of dust, but that's kind of like peanuts in this stage of the game. Okay, let's buy 2 antimatter. What? I'm too broke for 2 antimatter? Ugh. It's awkward. Well, at least we have, if we're going for a wonder victory, we have enough dust that we can fund it, so that's pretty cool. Alright. It's time to pick up the obelisk of all space and time. Never mind. It's time to buy some Imperial... No! It's time to wait a couple of turns and then pick up the obelisk of all space and time. That's what I meant to say. Had it all planned. Alright. I love it when I'm like, it's time to get this... Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. Actually, it's not. Life. We almost have the seagrass suit. We should actually get this trade clearing bureau in the meantime. Why not? And 6 turns also double our star system trade value, basically. Or add 100% of the base value, basically. Yeah, that's how it works. It's a bit confusing like that, but okay. That'll take us 6 turns of production. Alright, let's try and form these fleets up in a reasonable way. Easier said than done, though. Sorry I have a cold, that if I sniffle a bit, yeah. Kind of hard to avoid, but okay. Which of these fleets has the warship? Oh, yeah. I put it into my siege fleet. Okay, that one didn't work out, clearly. So I have a decent amount of ships here. Which is a good thing, because the Cravers are nearby. But if I can just put diplomacy pressure on the Cravers, I can just steal these systems peacefully. It given that I have enough influence, and I have enough influence pressure, no, why not? Your systems are mine now. This white market is neat, but it can only be built once per empire, so not as neat as it looks. I can get the Citadel at some point. The Citadel extensions are pretty solid. Although they're quite expensive in terms of what resources they cost. This bio-enhancement facility is strong. It will basically upgrade our immunization facilities for even more influence production, and I think I do want it. At some point at least. Maybe I should get something like Xeno LP rather. For the political theater. I don't know. Get an additional level here. Again, not that many good things to get at this point for this governor. Which is kind of sad, but okay, that's how it is. You get 15 to catch up back up on that. Alright, this is a war. I was about to get a governor perk with them. Or with him. Sorry, Mangro. Can't be both. We can get the seagrass conversion right now. It means this trade clearing bureau is like marginally delayed, but also we're just getting a bit more industry to get it faster, so it's probably better to do it this way. Okay, we need to raise the total amount of dust produced. This should be easy for us to do. Okay, they got this. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't know what the bonus is. It could be the bonus is really bad. Should actually go to each of our planets where Capitalist Frenzy is active and just get the seagrass bullshit. Because those planets, or those systems, would be precisely the systems which don't already have full food. Or full value out of their food. Does that make sense? Yeah. Basically, if we have something like Capitalist Frenzy activated on a system, it means we can't generate value out of the system. Well, at least that system is quite well developed. Oh, excuse me. Still have a cold. I wasn't cold. Seagrass is pretty good. It's like just 500 extra industry at the cost of food, which is doing nothing for you, is just so nice. And then we also get a little bit of extra dust on the side. You know, what more do I have to? What more do I need? Really deceptively powerful upgrade. Here I should get microwave pipes, even though it will set my even though it sets these resources back a bit. Actually, maybe I shouldn't get microwave pipes. I do desperately want the obelisk more space and time. Which way is this going? Won't tell me. Yeah, I do desperately want that obelisk, so maybe it's okay if we lose the influence war. We're losing the influence war to our allies, so you know, not the end of the world.
What do you sound like?
When you scream. Restraining order. Apologize for the very bad jokes made on this channel. Yeah. I might as well have fun. How long are they being a truce with us? How long are they being a truce with us? How long are they, how long am I grammaring? Because they're a Cold War.
What do you sound like when you scream?
Let's just get economic tribute. And we can actually take all their antimatter. That's nice. You've been hoarding all their antimatter.
Tell us. Tell us what you plan.
Oh, let's refuse.
Tell us. Tell us what you plan.
I plan to rob you blind.
Tell us. Tell us what you plan.
No, seriously.
Is to kill. You, though, will suffer as well.
Oh, come on! Come on! We're just about to influence convert them. Irritating. Irritating in the extreme. And I finally have enough of the stupid obelisk, and I'm at war again. Alright, then I'm just gonna park all my ships all over that place, so. I guess this fleet can move back to secure that area. I'll move the ship fleet over there. The siege fleet, I mean. And this fleet can also move back to defend all the territories. Because the hive is dumb! That's what I was going to say. Okay, let's get it quickly. I can put some pressure on them, and then they'll like war. Oh, this is very frightening, actually, to have this fleet just wandering through our territories. I've upgraded the... Yeah, I have gotten some upgrades on every system, so... I'm to some degree just ready to defend against them. I'll be quite greedy here, actually, just picking up all that extra stuff. I want my obelisk, though. It's probably a bit greedy. Let's bounce in this direction. Maybe I should have organized my fleets a bit better. Not set them all to the same location. Because blue can strike into our territory in a number of different ways. Something I should have been more aware of. I think we just win a couple of fights, force them to be a truce again. Irritating we can't convert their planets without them immediately declaring war on us. Seagrass is pretty good here, I think.
We despise you more than most.
What? Why say you despise me if you're loyal? What kind of bullshit is this? It's probably a bug, like inconsistent, consistent voices. I don't know, voice lines with the plots or whatever. Oh yeah, these are fleets which haven't yet arrived. That's why they're being staggered a bit. Well, we're ready. Let's fight. We're gonna use the turtle. I hope this Gangster's Paradise ship should put a dent to their plans. Yeah, decisive they left. As you can see, we can put a lot more forces on the ground than they can. Maybe we should just get some upgrades for our army units. We just need a little bit of Hyperion. And of course there's none on the market. Great. Well, let's invade anyways. We can bomb them, but then we get to deploy less units. We do guerrilla warfare to preserve our units, or we can just try and pressure them out. Again, our victory is only minor. I feel like the Lumeris are just not that good at fighting. Well, actually we should be able to continue next turn. Try and pressure them out. We still have a lot of warriors, I think. Never mind, they've lost a lot. Hopefully we have enough... all our warriors on the surface. Okay, there. Well, we still outnumber them quite heavily, so I think it should be fine. quite confusing because I thought all my warriors were in my ships and like, oops. Oh, this. Oh, I always forget they move. Their ships are shaped the other way. Oh, some of them are. Like some of their ships are shaped so that the front half is not necessarily the smallest part. Okay, let's fight again. If we win this fight and claim that planet, they'll probably just like sue for peace or something. At least that is the hope. Are we done? Sweet. As you can see, those siege ships are really good. We discovered that in the United Empire playthrough, the ability to deploy more troops is really important. Or really powerful. And we got a new system, which is pretty nice. We can go to Virus next. I was going to get the petrochemicals, but actually not so good here. That seagrass, though. This is actually comparable. Get them both. Get Edenization, I think. Yeah. Here we can just invade as well immediately. I think we should. Put a lot of pressure on. As you can see, just like we deploy so many troops that we can quickly whittle them down. They're making this mistake of not having their ships.
Hey, how's it going? Good
Yeah, I hope
to see
you are
making
just now.
something of yourselves.
They're making the mistake of not bunching up their ships. So that's pretty bad for them. I wonder, is green being attacked somewhere by blue? Or is green just complaining for no reason again? I think that's the case. Oh, we can kill civilians. Nice. I mean, they're craven civilians, come on.
Purpose is to kill you, though.
Yeah, craven.
Your presence is agreeable to the unformed.
Please remove your tendrils.
We are coming.
Again, just not okay. Can't just say that to someone. And also make that weird noise. I'm so sorry if some of the viewers are like, if you're watching this with your kids or something, like, stop being a child-friendly channel. I apologize. Let's see about picking up this planet and then suing for peace. Because now we have 2 planets. I mean, not 2 planets, but one. As in, you know, victory. Victory? It's a word now. Pretty sure. Alright, let's get some bonus science. Why not? Should get some manpower production, I think. Okay, they're still mad I attacked some defenseless workers, which is, you know, justifiable, but, you know, I'm not here to play nice. Let's just occupy this planet. By planet, of course, I mean system, like always. Yeah, you should probably give me that truce right now. Oh, come on. That's pretty cool. They sort of look like Transformers or something. What is this extra weird film? Why is that? Is that their shadow? No idea.
Satisfactory.
I just wanted to check how long the video is going. Sorry about that. Alright. We got that truce. We picked up 2 planets. Basically knocked it out of the park with that conflict. Now, Fatia is going to be insane at trading once we pick up the Trade Clearing Bureau and this Obelisk War Space Time. This is going to be so good. Like, we're going to improve our trade value by 150 additional %. So, that's pretty powerful. What isn't so powerful is that we're losing a lot of population units, but okay. That's unfortunate, but that's just what happens when you pick up new planets. It's impossible to keep them all happy. And they're just gonna leave because of the mutineering and stuff. I'm explaining very poorly. Basically, when you take control of a new planet, it's set into mutinous no matter how you got it, no matter how legitimate it was. And that basically means that you have to deal with that. Now this would be a nice upgrade. Although the science upgrade is the best if you're planning getting the science victory. I'm going to get F Reality Institute because I happen to get a lot of antimatter by putting pressure on the Grampus. Yay! It's my favorite song from the series. Oh damn it, with my least favorite singing. Alright, let's move here. Let's go here. Yeah, we don't actually have to patrol this anymore. We just have, as long as we have some fleets in both important sectors, it should be fine. Colonize this. Let's get that level 3 upgrade. I wonder how much the seagrass is improving our dust production. 70, that's not bad. So it's not a joke. We've got a Craver's collection bonus. Ship cost reduction. Bonus damage on ships per depleted planet. Oh, that's interesting. No, that's not bad. I'm sorry about that. It's the downside of sharing your computer with someone. Nope! Alright. Sorry. Doesn't really matter. If you stuck it out so far in the series, it wasn't because of the production value. Let's put it that way. Okay, we're close to getting economic victory. How close? Well, let's look. Close-ish. A very liberal definition of close, but okay. Like maybe you have a child and you want to be nice to it, so it completely misses a shot. It was pretty close. Alright. I feel like they just want to warn us that somebody's vaguely, possibly planning to get it. I mean, it's good, but it's kind of misleading. Our trade routes would be so much better if the AI prioritized external trading routes. But it doesn't for some reason, so, It's part of the reason why I think Lumeris are maybe not so great at this game. It's just because... Or at least not so great on endless difficulty. It's just because we can't guarantee that there are going to be other trade routes to trade with. And that's just bad. If our thing that we're really good at is not something we can exploit on endless difficulty, it's kind of a bit worrying then. As you can see, this is just generating absurd amounts of dust now. I'm very, very happy about that. Now this is absurd, actually. Let's sell 500. Let's sell 300. Yeah, that's actually fine. And with those resources, we can keep pumping into this trade route. Or any trade route that's doing well, actually. We're generating a ton of dust per turn. That's pretty nice. Also, we have My Precious active. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was going to do this cooperation protocol now that I have enough influence.
Greetings. Your hospitality is appreciated.
Let's do this.
So,
Oh, nice. They really want it. Maybe they should give me some projects. Negotiate. I wonder how negotiation works with players. You actually just offer them terms and then they can be like, no. They won't be like trying to exploit the bar, I guess. Good thing about getting all this quadranix, it means we can build another obelisk, no problem.
naturally, we're happy you have agreed to the deal.
Now the reason we'd rather get the cooperation protocol of them is because their bonus is way more powerful than this. Like, their population bonus is obscene. Should we get the next level for science? We get the bonus movement speed on our ships, that's pretty strong. And this evolution, punctuated evolution, is a pretty solid upgrade for science. Mostly because it doesn't require any fancy resources to activate. Let's get F reality here. No, I'm not kidding you. Like, literally call it F reality. I don't name these things, okay? I have no idea who thought that was a good idea. That's really funny, actually. Let's get the Ultra Wealth Sanctuary here. It's more important for that. More important than the F reality, though. Surprisingly. Actually, Ultra Wealth Sanctuary is maybe a bit better for us because we're trying to get the Dust Victory. Yeah, let's actually get Ultra Wealth. It's very weird that I don't like the F Reality Institute, but it's a very kind of specific reason I have doing that. It's because I want a different win condition active. Yeah. It's good to have fleets at this point in the game, but we don't have to go overboard. Okay. Just checking. I'm sorry, I forgot. Sometimes I lose track of the time, and then I like continue the episode, and I don't know when I. So it's just better to check, even though it's obviously unfortunate that I don't have the production value to like, or the tools to, yeah, remove that. But it's good for me to check so I don't go on and on, which is even worse. Okay. I don't think there's anyone who has the ability to trade.
Welcome, welcome. The Empire always has time for its.
Did that mean the trade
friends.
agreement, or did that mean the science agreement as well? I don't know. I hope they actually have trade things, because that would be great.
Oh.
Oh.
Your acceptance pleases them.
Yes, they actually have a trading subsidiary! Yay! I can finally make money off other empires. Beautiful. I don't know what that trade route. Border friction? Where? Oh, over here. Oh, okay. Well, I tried my best. In terms of getting this. I think this cooperation protocol is good. It's just going to cost us a lot of influence in the long run. So that is a bit unfortunate, but okay. Not much we can do about that. Yeah, I do actually have a cold. A little bit bad now. Oh well. The show must go on. Except when it doesn't. Most of those sayings, like, no, that's dumb. You know? Okay, now we can make a choice. We can support pacifists, but pacifists are already being supported and we already have all the good laws. It's like nobody else is really doing really well. I guess scientists have some neat laws, but not that neat. Need to breed is like, okay, whatever. Some messed up baby there. I don't have enough dust to influence the election. I'm just going to vote industrialists. Or support, I should say. No, militarist won. I mean, her bonus is... Actually, now I remember that the militarists have a Vajani hero. That's really significant. Where she's going to give she's going to give 1 bonus Fidzi per each 2 population units. Which is a pretty strong bonus. As they come. Maybe I should have gone for Capitalist Frenzy by now. And maybe I will at some point. Maybe just not right now.
You lead well, comrade.
I mean, not Capitalist Frenzy, but Political Theater, yeah. Which is the upgraded version. That's pretty good. It's probably worth getting. We're gonna have to do this quest. So there's this problem with this blockade. We can create another political crisis. But wants to generate more influence. I guess I'm just gonna ignore this stupid thing. Now they're coming back to bite me. At least not too much. So 10, yeah, okay, that's fine. Or I can just wait to up this again. I believe the economy required to win just of us is going to be like 9,000-ish. I could see us being quite close to it at the moment. But to confirm, we had to leave our alliance, so you know. Not great, but maybe not such a bad idea either. Still have a powerful general. In general, not something we desperately need in this playthrough, based on the way the games are going. The game is going. Level this up. We have so much Jadonics, like it's disgusting. We can also even sell some of our super spuds. It's probably better than getting system upgrades at this point in the game. Just sell our stuff. Because we're generating so many luxuries thanks to our bonuses. And like, there's good reasons. I see no reason why not to just sell it, you know. And then we can just get more dust in the future using the trade routes. I think I should be able to. Maybe I should be. Maybe I'm being a bit optimistic here. I should be able to win in this session. I guess as long as I. Oh, this is Black Tux Authority here. That's a huge priority. Improves the. Well, it's not that huge, but improves the production on our main system. Don't notice that at first. I probably should have. I should have thought about it. Now, the right question is, when can we win on our own using dust? Obviously, there is a cost to leaving an alliance. Is that this make love not war and fair trade bill get a bit worse? But I do want to win as quickly as possible. And winning with the Alliance would take us longer because we basically have to carry the Alliance across the finish line. Oh, I've got... There. Okay, somebody's firing an Obliterator. That's not good. We're not really set up very well to use Obliterators. Obviously, part of that is my fault. I haven't set myself up very well to use Obliterators. But, you know, Obliterators are not always that... Oh, that end the turn back then? Obliterators are not always like, whoa, how much of this shit are we generating a turn? Almost 200. It's disgusting, actually. Dara has gained a level, which I'm okay with. She's a good governor. She's a great senator. Like, this is actually just disgusting how much regeneronics we're generating each turn. And all thanks to being Lumeris. So, and having those bonuses from our faction quest line. I don't want to sell that Imperium. There's too little of it. So we can level this up again. We can level up the lesser trade routes a bit. And yeah, we're getting like a lot per turn. So I think now is the time to step out of the Alliance.
Your hospitality is appreciated.
And
Acceptable.
to see how close we are to winning.
Your presence is a
You have to be pretty uncivilized to do that.
Except,
You, happiness level 1.
Yes? What now?
Huh? You again?
We despise you more than most.
so how close are we to economic victory? We're like some of the way there. Yeah, so not as close as I thought we were, but okay. And also that costs us in terms of happiness. So if some systems are like, yeah, we're closer to unhappiness in general. I think this system is just... No, not because we just recently converted this, because they're a bunch of downers. Okay, never mind. I guess this high serenity thing. It's basically like a bunch of people getting high. This is what it looks like, okay. Maybe I maybe I overshot there by leaving the Alliance. I was convinced I could win immediately. What? They claimed had on one turn? Crazy. Let's just assign this hero to a system which is unhappy. It's going to take us a while to actually win economically. Which is a bit unfortunate. I sort of jumped the gun there. I was like convinced I was going to win. And leaving the Alliance obviously had its costs. Let me just cycle through systems. Replace capitalist frenzy with political theatre. Oh, we already have political theatre here. I wish it automatically did this. It's kind of annoying that it doesn't. It's kind of strange that it doesn't, to be honest. Like, why doesn't it do this? Construct one obelisk now. I wish my general happiness was higher, but okay. I kind of bought this upon myself. Is it because of ownership? Nope.
You, happiness level 1 over affinity. No surprises here.
Welcome.
So we can't trade for planets just if we're at peace.
You have to be pretty uncivilized to do that.
Comrade, let us toast to the motherland.
So our happiness should be fine now. At least pretty good. Devoted on Empire is good. At least in my books. Now what does this do? This improves our star system trade value by quite a substantial chunk. Well, it's always best to get this one first, because that will reduce the time it takes you to get all the other ones. By the ones, I mean the ways to the final victory sciences. I guess I might as well get this. Yeah, I'm gonna win this dust victory, but it's just gonna take me a while. Sadly, you can't tell how close you are to winning a dust victory when you're in an alliance, because it'll only tell you how close your alliance is to winning, but you can't see how close you were if you would have been ready to leave the alliance. You know. Was Vajani Seeker, Lumeris Guardian? Lumeris heroes are pretty solid. No, which system of ours needs a governor?
We have your rational leadership.
Tell us. Tell us.
Nope.
We see you almost as kin.
Nope.
And offer.
Tell us. Tell us what you plan. Our purpose is to kill.
No, we can buy out some of these systems for them. Fajis is a good system, so we should buy it out. As you can see, buying up planets happens extremely quickly. There's a little warning if you already have the required points available or whatever. Niles is interesting. Those systems are not that impressive. We have to buy them out. This system is quite impressive though. Oh, have we gotten the obelisk? Nice. Yeah, the system is generating a lot from us. Or for us. Where should we get the obelisk next? Oh, we even generated Quadranix? Nice. Must have picked it up somewhere. We should definitely get the obelisk on systems with lots of trade. Kind of obviously, but yeah. The obviousness of all space and time. Great. The system has a lot of industry, or a decent amount of industry at least. The system has a decent chunk of industry. It's going to take us a long time to build this. Okay. It is a pretty good trade upgrade. I guess I kind of want Naus. Naus is sort of in my space. Obviously, Fages was like the prize there. Let's see what this hero can give us. Bonus per planet, bonus industry per planet, bonus influence, that's nice. Refill rate. That's not a great upgrade. This is not great either. So like a decent hero, not amazing. Just slap him onto a system that's sort of like content. This system kind of sucks though, so I understand why they're not happy. Oh boy. Diplomacy is one of my skills. Never mind. Wellbeing Foundation is too expensive. The tourists has basically got everything they need. I guess they can start doing a political theater then. I think I should maybe get MXPA on a couple of systems, just because the 10% increased dust is like possibly worth 25 Quadronics. I doubt it, to be honest. Close to Conquest? Really? What do you mean? 14 planets, that's like half the required amount. Yeah, close, quotation marks. Very, very close. Stop offering me alliances. I'll accept them exactly where they're convenient to me. Okay? What is the upgrade? What is the benefit for this? Oh well, we'll get to know. This battlefield archaeology is great if you're at war with a lot of empires. Excuse me, I'm still a bit sick. This nullifying the effect of negative anomalies isn't bad. And we actually have to get all of these upgrades if we want to get the victory, so yeah. We should only convert systems if we can actually afford to. This hero's not actually getting much better at being a... I guess we might as well make him a good warrior at this point.
Continued friendship with you brings peace to the heart.
That's good that I'm close to achieving economic victory. Because otherwise... No, just stop it! There. Let's get another obelisk here. You know, why not? Why not? Oh, I forgot, I dismantled the cooperation protocol. That's why I'm getting so much influence. Now I could spend more dust on trade routes, and I think we will. Again, the aim is to sell this disgusting Jadonics production. Again, I don't really need to system upgrade that much. Although I will save those in case I do. But it'd be much better if I could dump into dust production. We are quite close to getting there with dust. We did eventually lose our outposts over here because I was careless and ended the alliance too soon. But okay, I just kind of wanted to see how quickly we could win. Actually, I just noticed I probably have infinite influence special on these guys. Let's make them... Let's force them to agree to one of our terms.
We are coming.
Oof. See how good you feel in the next few minutes. I swear, if they're offering me another peace treaty, like, I'm gonna freak out. Oh no, if they offer me peace again, you know. How dare they? Economic tribute, and I think resource term doesn't conflict with economic tribute? No, it doesn't. Actually, it won't conflict with quadronics.
We see you almost as
Okay, I get it. You love me. Deal with it.
Like rain after drought. Your presence is always welcome, my young foreman.
I love how they say that, and then I'm about to rip them off.
Our purpose is to kill.
You, though, will suffer. How long have we been recording? Almost time to end the game. Yeah, I might just call it a day right now. Although we're so close to winning. And maybe I should just push through and try and win. Also getting our hero skills that will help us win. So they're very warlike, we can reach Empire. The Tikanan are very violent. Or they're perceived as being really violent rather. I'm gonna believe in their better nature and stuff.
Always pleased. Drink.
Oh, they're Sheridan now. They look cool. Love the Sheridan skin. Which you acquire through gameplay, and by playing in a certain way you can change how the Empire looks, which is very, very cool. I like that about the... Yeah, I just like that about the Empire. Can't improve our trade value here. We can get level 4 though. Get that seagrass. We can save up for buying this out, but I don't think we want to. Let's sell some Jadonics. I love selling Jadonics. It's generating so much dust. It's so great. I kind of want to end it sooner rather than later, or end it in this episode, because on the one hand I don't really want to make a very short episode, like 10 minutes of me finishing up the game. So this episode is going to be a bit longer. Sorry about that, but I think it's correct. Just spamming random numbers. You don't even care. I know I should probably save some of these things. But also I should probably just make money and win. So basically we're at the stage where we're just improving our dust trade routes every turn. And then passing and just, riding the dust production to victory. Again, victory kind of looks like this in this game, sadly. It's a little bit boring and stops being that interactive at this stage. Stop trying to force your weird alliances on me. Weirdo. I'm my own empire. I joined them, I guess. No, it's hard to... I was talking about Zedavas. Obviously, an empire doesn't have a gender, that would be a bit strange. Seems almost like a category mistake. Alright, we're getting the victory in a turn, I think. Yeah. Alright. So, our sort of get rich very slow scheme sort of paid off by turn 134. And we won by economy. That was kind of clicking camera. So thanks for joining me for this playthrough. As usual, I had a lot of fun discovering a faction, I think, which I underrated initially, and I've never actually beaten Endless with. And unfortunately, the second half was a bit dampened for me by having to re-record and, having a bad cold at the moment. But yeah, just a pretty cool faction. I think they are unfortunately a bit less powerful than the other factions I've played, at least as I've played them. Like trying to pick up victory via trade route. And it certainly worked out, but I think we could have won faster with another faction in a different strategy. But the Lumeris certainly can hold their own. And I'm glad I played them. I think they're very flavorful and they're really interesting for that reason. Like almost all the factions in these games, I feel like there's something unique about them. They're interesting as like have like an interesting identity and an interesting new twist on the gameplay. And as usual, I had a lot of fun playing. Now, I hope you learned something from this playthrough, and also I hope you had fun watching. And if you did, please consider subscribing so you can access new content more easily. And also help me out a little bit. Potentially in the future, maybe. We will see. Now let's watch the ending cinematic and let's call it a day. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you next time. My next series would actually not be on Endless Space. I want to record myself playing Invisible Ink, which recently was on sale. I picked it up and I was really surprised at how the game made me feel like a spy. it's actually I just find it really cool. And I've been enjoying playing that. So I'll post the Let's Play of that pretty soon. But in the meantime, let's watch the ending cinematic, and I'll see you next time after that.
It looks like the families have wiped all competition from the galaxy, including the old gods. The only problem I have now is what to do with all that dust.